Hey everybody, welcome back. Monday Morning Briefing, episode number 103. It's November the 7th, 2023. It's Tuesday, by the way, and we were going to do it yesterday, but I actually had another video that we wanted to post yesterday, but that we could tell you about in the Monday video. But it was we posted this yesterday, but this is of the making a Ranger belt, making a leather Ranger belt. We addressed this video because we've had some people ask particularly how do we measure somebody's belt when making a Ranger belt versus making a regular belt. Is there any difference? And yes, there is a big difference. And so in that video we explained that, so you can go check that out. It's a pretty good video. I will let y'all know that we are having dies made for the billets on a Ranger belt. So we already sell the belt material pack that has the 9-10 ounce body and a 3-4 ounce liner. So we've got those available in our store on the website. But I went ahead and had dies made because I really don't like, I like making Ranger belts. They're kind of fun, they're kind of neat, and there's still a lot of people who like to wear these, but I don't particularly like cutting out the billets. It's like anytime you're gonna cut something out by hand and keep it straight, it's just a little difficult. It's not too terrible if you're making one, but if you wanted to make, say, 8 of these to take to a show, or you had a big order for a set of Ranger belts, cutting all these billets out by hand can be cumbersome. So I had dies made for the buckle side as well as the hole side on the billet. And I got those made in a 3/4 inch width as well as a 1 inch width, because that is the two most popular belt buckle sizes that you'll find for Ranger belts. I've seen other sizes, but those are the two most popular. 3/4 probably being the most popular size for Ranger belt, but I have done some with a 1 inch buckle set, and so went ahead and did that as well. So as soon as those dies get here, we will put those on the website. They're not on there currently because I don't have the dies yet, but as soon as they get here, we will cut a bunch of them and offer them on the website. We'll probably do them in 3 packs or something like that, just to kind of help you out on the shipping. If you're going to get one, might as well get 3 come together. But anyway, we'll figure that out as we go along. Also too, while we're talking about things like that are in the store, we have been out of a certain number of pattern packs, the printed pattern packs on our website. Some of them we were sold out on, and so we ended up getting our refill in today. And so we have now refilled the rifle saddle scabbard pattern pack. The guitar strap pattern pack is back on there. The crossbody fanny pack is back on there, as well as the rifle sling pattern pack is on there. So all the printed pattern packs in our store are back to being filled, and so you're more than welcome to, if you've been wanting one of those patterns or something, if you've called and I've talked to you, we're getting you taken care of. Some of y'all wrote down, so when they get there, let me know, we want this pattern or that pattern. We're taking care of that for you. And then, but if you just kind of been waiting, they're back on there. You can go on there and grab that. Real quick, I want to thank a young man that sent me something here, and I'm not going to say his name, I don't have permission, but he sent me some coffee and a real nice note. Been doing leather work for a little while, getting going. Just a really nice letter. Get some feedback from him on how our videos and stuff have helped him getting his leather work moving. But he sent us some coffee, and I actually went on, this is Storehouse Foods coffee brand, and I think they buy the beans and then they roast them themselves. But anyway, I got 2 different flavors, a Costa Rica and a Brazil, and it is actually back to being coffee season in the shop. I've been making pretty much just tea most of the year, since about March, just because it's been so hot here. I don't know, I used to drink coffee in the shop every day, all day long. We had coffee going. The last 2 or 3 years, I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or just getting lazy and don't want to make coffee, I don't know, but I've been drinking just tea. But now we're getting a few little bit of some cool fronts coming in, and the weather's nicer and things, and so I've been making coffee again every day in the shop and just having it over there. And it's nice to have a little cup of joe at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and just a little pick-me-up and a little nice cup to kind of get you motivated. And so I'm eager to try this, so you know who you are, sent me this. Thank you very much, and I really appreciate it, and we will definitely give that a shot. I've got a little collection now of a couple of different coffees some folks have sent, and I've tried them, and some of them I haven't opened, and so we'll start working through that and letting everybody know how they go. Yesterday, if you follow us on Instagram, I posted a little reel on there showing off my wife's purse project. As you know, if you're following this channel, she's been making some bags and things, and this is actually the pattern for the cowhide the fringe cowhide purse from Maker's Leather Supply. And so if you want to make this little purse, she's making it just like the acrylic templates from Erin are telling her how to make it. And if you think this is cool and want to make one of these, Maker's Leather Supply has the templates to make one of these, and they're really easy. It seems pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but it looks really cool. And she got to cut her first set of fringe and got to learn what that was about and kind of figure that out. And I think she did a really good job. But yeah, she did all the stamping on this, and so she's learning, she's getting things going. She's figured out a couple things that she can improve upon on this particular purse, so she'll probably make another one right after this. But she's still got to add her D's in here. There'll be some D-rings right here for the crossbody strap. I believe it's a crossbody, and so she's having a lot of fun. As far as what's going on in the shop this week, we have a pretty busy week. We've got a wedding this weekend that we've got to go to, and so we're trying to get some stuff done. We got a lot of shipments out yesterday. We've got some more coming, and I spent most of the weekend back there cutting up material that I have in the back. And I found a bunch of bag leather, not a bunch, but I found a good amount of bag leather that I kind of didn't know I had. It was kind of in a different spot there, and it was enough to cut out a bunch more wristlet purse material packs. And as you know, we put those on the From the Cut Bench page on our website in the store. And that page, if it's on there, there may only be 2, there may only be 6, you know, but when they're gone, they may be gone forever. We may have them back later, but it's not something we normally stock. And so that's where the full wristlet material packs have lived, and the only reason is because we don't keep a lot of bag leather. So when I have some, I'll cut some. When I don't have any available. So we don't have a home for those yet on the material pack page. But I found a bunch of leather. In fact, I'll go get them and I'll show them to you. Okay, so I went back there and just got them. I ended up finding some of our shrunken bullhide that we had earlier this year, and last year we sold quite a few of these. This is real popular. It's got a lot of texture to it. It's a shrunken bullhide, so it's got a lot of wrinkles in it. It's got some good temper to it, but yet it's still fairly soft. Be able to turn these bags inside out. I've got it in a dark brown and then what we call the dark brown gray. And so we've got a few of those. Like I said, these are limited quantities on these. I just cut up whatever leather we had. I cut it up into wristlets and we'll offer it there. Whatever you guys don't buy, as we get closer to Christmas, I may grab some of them and make up some wristlets for sale on our website and on the sales floor. I've also got this chap leather here. Now this is kind of a slightly buffed grain. It's not really buff, but it's really soft and subtle. And then it's really smooth grain. There's not a lot of texture to this. The other thing that you need to remember with this is you can see it's got pretty good stiffness to it. So this is going to have a harder temper than say the shrunken bullhide or some of the others I've got here. So if you're going to turn that bag inside out, you may fight this a little bit more. So if you get this tan color one that's on the website, just keep in mind you might want to just, you know, sew it right side out and then add fringe to it when you sew that together instead of trying to flip that bag, because I feel like it's a really pretty leather and it's going to make a nice bag, but I just think it's going to be a little stiff to try to, you know, sew inside out and then turn right side out. So keep that in mind if you're looking at that one, and I put that in the description. That's pretty firm. All the rest of these will turn really nicely when you do sew them inside out. This here is just our turquoise elephant print. This is a cowhide. It's not real elephant, but it's a cowhide that's embossed to look like elephant, and this is some really good stuff. We've sold a lot of wristlet purse parts with this stuff, and it makes a really nice little bag. And I also got, Claudia had purchased some French calf from Seloy last year, I think, at Waco, and she made a bunch of items out of it and stuff, but she had quite a bit left. So I snuck in there and I cut it all up into wristlets. So she wasn't real happy, but it'll be okay. We're gonna get her some more. I've got it in turquoise and burgundy. I've got both these colors, and this French calf makes a really, really nice bag. It's very, very nice stuff. Very smooth grain, kind of a glossier finish. It's got a nice weight to it, a little bit of temper, but still pretty supple. So you should be able to turn that bag. So these are gonna make really classy looking bags, but that's the only 2 colors I've got. But if you're interested in those, you can certainly go on the website and get those. Remember, those material packs, it'll be for a single bag. It'll come with 2 of your panels. So if you buy this turquoise one, you'll get 1 of each of these. You'll get 2 of these panels. And then you'll also get 2 of the yokes, 1 of the zipper piece, all cut out of Herman oak leather. The only thing you'll really have to provide is your zipper as well as your strap, whether you're going to do the little wristlet strap or if you're going to make a long strap for it to be more of a crossbody. But other than that, it'll come with the veg tan parts as well as these parts here, and they are on the website, so you can certainly hop on there and grab those. I'm going to try to find some more chap leather, bag leathers and things like that, so that we can cut some more of these up for our Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale, which will be coming at the end of this month. If you've been following us for a little while or a couple of years, then you know that we run a Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale, which will start obviously on Black Friday, Thanksgiving weekend, all the way through Cyber Monday. And we're kind of lining out exactly everything we're going to do, and of course we'll kind of keep that a little bit of a secret for a little while. But we usually run our digital pattern packs on sale. Our printed pattern packs have a discount. Our material packs, some of those we'll put on sale depending on what we have. Our courses, our online courses, we do put a discount on those as well. And so we're trying to iron out all the details on that, and we'll give you more information of that as we get closer. But just remember that will be coming up, so keep that in mind. Black Friday through Cyber Monday of 2023, we will be running our usual sale and event. And we will give you more information as we get closer to that. But that's what I've been working on this week or this past weekend. Since we have a wedding this weekend, my little boy's birthday is coming up, and so we ended up having this party this past weekend, just kind of so that way we could get it done. We had a free weekend, so we did that. But I did spend some time in the shop doing just going through the cut room. Like I said, we cut these wristlet pieces. I cut a lot more of the gunslings, the 9-10 ounce gunslings. We put those on the website. We'll try to keep those filled for you guys that are trying to get your Christmas order started and get those kind of going already. I've noticed that a lot of people must have taken some gunsling orders for Christmas so far, because we've been selling quite a few of those. So I've been trying to keep I've got plenty of material at the moment. There's still stuff I haven't unrolled, so that's why we're trying to get on the ball in case it looks like we need to order another shipment. So we're trying to keep those all in stock. I know the 9-10 ounce guitar straps say that we're sold out. Keep an eye on the website, because I suspect I'll cut those today or tomorrow, because like I said, I have the material. I just need to cut them, and I may just hop on the website and just add some to there, because I know I've got plenty of material to cut those. Golf ball sleeves, we may be running a little bit low on as far as the material packs. So if you're wanting some of those, you might want to grab those now, or I'm sure we'll have some more come Black Friday for the sale. I cut a ton of scrap, so knife sheaths. I've got tons of knife sheaths, all the different styles of material packs for those. We've got quite a bit of those on there. I'm also working on some new project videos that are going to be coming up. Like I said, we did the little project video kind of for the Ranger belt. We're running on a pattern pack for that. We've already got a lot of belt pattern packs out there, but we may have some new ones coming up here pretty quick to add to our belt pattern selection. But I've got some new projects that I'm working on that I'm hoping I'll have one out maybe next week. It's going to be pretty cool. Something kind of simple but classy, that's going to have a lot of room to tool on. And then we've got some other ones that I'm kind of working out prototypes for. One of them didn't work really well, but that's the way prototyping goes. If you're trying to pattern up like some kind of new project or some kind of new product, and you've got something in your head that you think will work really good, you won't know until you prototype it. And so you can kind of draw it out, you can think about it, you can design in your mind or on paper only so much. And then at some point you've got to grab leather and go to stitching. And so I've had some people ask me here recently on projects they're working on, like, how would you pattern that? How would you come up with a way? And my usual answer, not all the time, but usually, it's just get some leather and start stitching it. Like, start putting it together. Don't worry about how ugly it looks. Don't worry about how bad the leather is that you chose. In fact, choose the worst leather you have in your shop. That way you can have a valuable use instead of just sitting there and collecting dust. But take that project, whatever it is, and go ahead and try to make one. And if you've got to rip stitches loose and then move the gusset over an inch and then re-sew it, it doesn't matter. It's a prototype. It needs to look like a Frankenstein monster. But it's giving you that real world kind of 3D spot there where you can see, does it fit? Does it work? Does the zipper open? Does the zipper work when I put it in there that way? Should I have added a little bit more width to the gusset because now this is too tight or this is too big? You can go through all of those things in a prototype that you're just not going to be able to do in a drawing. And so most of the time when I'm mocking things up or I'm trying to come up with a pattern, or I'm trying to come up with a new idea for making a pattern pack or project video for you guys, most of the time I'm gonna only draw so much, and then it's like, clear off a table, let's grab some leather, and let's kill 2 hours and throw this thing together real haphazardly and just see how it kind of initially forms up. Because you'll learn so much more through that, and then you will just, planning and scheming, and drawing and measuring and doing all that, trying to do it in paper, and then sometimes I'll use paper. Sometimes I'll use masking tape on a mold or something and get my pattern figured out that way. But most of the time, I kind of halfway do that, and then I jump straight to the leather, because the leather is going to react differently than your paper is, or anything else that you're trying to use to mock this thing up. So get after it and mess up some leather. That's what the leather is there for. That's why sometimes if I get some leather that is, especially like a 3/4 ounce, or even like a Shap leather or something that's just kind of ugly, you're not going to use for a project. Sometimes it's great for mocking up ideas, especially for bags, because with bags especially, I like to do all the measurements and have everything to where I know the gussets going to fit. I know these D's will be this distance from the top. I know that, this bag closed, the zipper will track, everything works. And so really spend some time just doing that. I know it seems like a waste of time and a waste of leather, but it's not, because it's getting you further towards your goal. And so it served a purpose. And sometimes it turns out okay. Like it looks horrible, but it works and it functions. And if it functions, you can still use it. You can use it in the shop, especially on like a bag or something. It may look horrible, but you got all your measurements you needed off of it. Well, now that bag can be a tool tote inside your shop, where you put, tools in there for working on your sewing machines, or you put dyes in there, and that's where you keep your big bottles of dye, so you can just grab that and take it where you need to be in your shop. But it's not wasteful. It's helping to get to a point where you want to get in your design. And so I think that's important. So, but yeah, that's what I've been doing. And I've got one mocked up that's actually, it's going to be a prototype, but it'll actually be a pretty cool little, it's a bag, but I think it'll be a cool bag, and it's going to work, and it'll be in here on display, but it won't be the one making the video, because I'm getting all my measurements off of it right now and getting the pattern all figured out and all that stuff. So, but we're getting down to the wire, because Black Friday's coming pretty quick. So if I'm going to cram in a few extra project videos, then we're going to have to get on the ball and get to hustling, and maybe spending some longer time in here, which the time has changed again this year. And so by the time we get out of the shop, I'm usually out of here by 5:30 or so, 6 o'clock. By the time that happens, it's dark. And so when we get home, there's not a whole lot we can do outside anyway. So we're usually outside for quite some time in the evening, feeding everything and stuff like that, but we're hanging out in the barn. But it's not like we can ride and do stuff. So we may have to spend a few little longer evenings in the shop just kind of working on those project videos, because I got a few that I think are going to be pretty cool. I hope you like them. And we might do like we did last year, and we might have one or two drop that weekend of Black Friday. So they might be brand new right when the sale starts. We'll drop those videos and those pattern packs on the website. So we'll just see how everything rolls out. I feel like it's sneaking up on me. I feel like I should be in October still, and now we're in November. And so I'm kind of feeling a little bit stressed out about that, but not too bad. We'll be fine and get it going. It's going to be a good deal. But I hope your Christmas orders are going good. I've talked to a few of y'all, and y'all have already closed your books for Christmas. You're completely full, and I commend you on that. Hopefully you can hold that. It's always nice, close your books early, and then you get all your stuff, all your obligations done that you promised. And then when you get into December, maybe a week into December, you figure out, I got a little space. And so if that good customer calls and said, man, I forgot about so-and-so's belt for Christmas, is there any way? Then you can make the decision on whether you want to go ahead and take that on too. But I'd rather you do that than I would you take too much at the beginning, and then at the end you're like, oh, how am I going to get all this done? And so hopefully you guys are learning. The few that I've talked to on the phone as far as how their Christmas list was going and all that, seems like you're taking that advice and kind of being like, yeah, I feel good where I'm at with the orders I have. I'm going to leave them there for now. I've turned some people away. Hope I don't regret it, but I feel good about being able to get done with what I got done. And so that's the main thing. You don't want to disappoint somebody and not be able to deliver on Christmas like you're supposed to, and so, or before Christmas. And so, so just kind of take it easy and be safe. But it is a time of year to get what you can, because everybody's really probably right now starting to hustle and bustle and try to get all their Christmas shopping done. I don't worry about it till the 24th. There's really no reason to shop early. I just go out on Christmas Eve and pick up what's left, and then that's what people around me get. for Christmas. Maybe not this year though. I might ought to start a little bit earlier because I don't know how long Claudia's going to put up with me doing that. So I'll probably need to step it up a little bit. As far as 2024, I mentioned it last Monday morning briefing, but we are planning on some type of small schedule for classes here at the shop. The new shop layout's working out great. It's back to being cluttered. As most of y'all know, you clean your shop, it stays clean for about 4 minutes and then it gets cluttered again. That's just the nature of a workshop. You got to kind of let that go, even though I'm not good at doing that. I get kind of anxious and stressed out when my shop's a wreck, but it's working out a lot better. The kids are in here working on some projects. When they're not doing their schoolwork and stuff, they'll work on a project. The layout's working out better. We can all kind of work on stuff in here. It's a lot more comfortable, so I can already tell it may not be perfect, but it's set up good to go ahead and start having, even if it's just a tooling class for one day, a few times next year, and then throw in some small projects like maybe a wristlet purse class, maybe a belt class, maybe some other kind of bag class. I think it's going to work out good. So be sure to go to dgsaddlery.com and sign up for the Leathercraft newsletter, because when we put that schedule out, which I hope to have out first part of the year, so like January, put that schedule out there. That way people can make plans, because I know not everybody lives in Moulton, Texas, right? So you're going to have to travel. But we will try to get that out there. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to work out good as far as our space, and we'll see how it goes. Maybe 3 or 4 classes. We may do 12 classes. I don't know. We'll just see how things work out, because we've got shows. We are going to go to, I may have mentioned this last time, but we will be at, is it Prescott, Arizona? We'll be there in February, towards the end of February, for that show. We'll talk about that more in the next Monday morning briefing, or as soon as they post all the information about it. I'll be talking about that some more, but we will be there. And then we'll also be in Sheridan, Wyoming in May for the Rocky Mountain Leather Trade Show, Waco, Texas in August for the Heart of Texas Leather Show, as well as Wichita Falls next year for the Boot and Saddle Makers Roundup. So that's 4 shows next year in 24 that we'll be attending, and the first 3 of those we will teach classes at those as well, and we'll get those classes posted and all that kind of stuff. We're excited. I'm excited to go to Arizona. I've been there to Mesa, right there outside of Phoenix, for a show in 2017 for a deal that was going on there. And it's beautiful out there. So we're excited to get out there and check it out and see all you guys and get to meet some folks that may haven't been to any of the other shows that we go to and haven't had the opportunity to shake your hand. We'll be glad to do that. So it'll be a lot of fun. Remember, guys, if you've been waiting on our printed material packs to be back in stock, they are on the website, and we will try to keep everything else as full as possible coming up to our Black Friday sale. So that'll be coming up here pretty quick, and we'll talk more about that next week. So I appreciate you guys watching. We'll see y'all next week in the Monday morning briefing.